All right, here's a question. That's that's the last thing you hear before some guy asks you the dumbest question you've ever heard. What's better than a 24-year-old giving you life advice? A 25-year-old giving you life advice. And I called a few favors, and guess what? I turned 25 today. Yep. Can you guys hear me? Are you muted? Because I was expecting thunderous applause and just nothing from your end. So yeah, it's giving nothing. Am I right? You're 25. Remember that. You know, you got to start acting 25. Can't be saying stuff like that. Stupid. But yes, today I turned 25 years old, and last year I made this video. So this year I'm going to make its equivalent. I'm going to tell you 25 things every 25-year-old needs to hear. Number 1, if you're going out to a club or concert, make sure you wear shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. I don't know why this is a thing, but places with music have a lot of loose liquids flying around. So I don't know what the correlation there is, but it is a thing. Correlation does not equal causation, shout out AP Stats, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Number 2, make food. Don't even cook, just make food. Like make a sandwich and prepare an egg at the same time. This teaches you multitasking and time management. Yeah, I'm not even saying make food to be healthy and all that. I'm saying make food so you can learn how to do things at the same time. And if you can't eat that much food, well then just buy Overcooked and play that a bunch of times. Number 3, create routine. Routine has become synonymous or mistaken for boring, but that's not the case. Routine doesn't mean do the same things all the time. It means always do things at the same time. Like whatever time you wake up every day, wake up that time every day. And to do that, you're going to have to go to sleep at the same time every day. But then between the time you wake up and you go to sleep, you can fill that time with anything you want. But if there are ever things that you are doing routinely, make sure those things are done at the same time. Then all that other time you can play with. You can mix and match. Do all the customization you want. I found, and I think you'll actually find, when you lock in those routine items, you have a lot more time to play with because you no longer risk having these routine items spill and bleed into other time of your day. Number 4, say yes to a bunch of things, but also say no to a bunch of things. Crazy advice, right? I just told you to make decisions. But for both of them, say yes and no to things that will make you feel uncomfortable, which is funny because for me, those are sometimes the same thing. I get invited to hang out with friends. I say yes. I get nervous about how it's going to go. But then I get nervous if I say no because FOMO. And then are they going to invite me the next time they're going out? I don't have a foolproof formula for you of when you should say yes and when you should say no. But every time you have to make a decision, think an extra second about whether or not you should say yes or no. I'm not saying create a giant T-chart about the pros and cons, but just try to surprise yourself every once in a while with the way you make your decisions. That is how you'll grow. Only by moving in new directions and stretching yourself will you grow. And of course it's going to be uncomfortable, but good news, that's to be expected. Number 5, reading is a way to travel and get exposed to new ideas, especially nowadays. You know, we got algorithms that are like, I'm going to give you exactly what I know you're going to love. Yeah, our feeds are especially curated for us to be like, I think you're going to love all this. No, I know you. You're going to eat this shit up. Yeah, explore pages on social media are like troughs for content. They just keep pouring shit in. We keep just gobbling it up, you know? We're little gluttonous pigs, aren't we? But reading is a way to break out of that. And you don't have to be 25 years old to know this, but traveling is expensive. What are you going to spend hundreds of dollars to go to a place? Or spend $6.99 on a book that will take you there. And it has a plot you can follow. Books are like guided tours for your creative mind. Once you sign up, once you open the front cover of the book, all you gotta do is strap in and let it take you where it will. And if you didn't like it, you can shut the book whenever you want. Or you can muscle it out to the end. But luckily, it only costs you like $10 at the most. I'm just kidding. I know books are expensive. It's probably gonna cost you like... Actually, maybe you should just go on vacation. They'll probably cost you the same as a tank of gas. So look at it that way, I guess. Number 6, good habits feel good. Yeah, you know what bad habits are, right? Drinking, I guess, is one of them. And a classic consequence of drinking is the hangover. Bad habits make you feel bad afterwards. Whereas good habits, oh my God, you get to reap the rewards. I remember one day I made my bed. I talk about it like it's some ancient tale, because that's how rare it is. But I remember one day I made my bed, and I remember walking past it later in the day, and I felt accomplished. And then it kind of gave me the motivation to do something else. So remember, good habits make you feel good. So try to do a little more of them. I sound like your parent. I'm sorry. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm on your side. You know, I'm just saying, if you do these things, I think you'll feel good. I'm selling you on it. I'm a snake oil salesman for waking up every day at the same time. Number 7, longevity is more important. Oh, more important than what, Garv? Just like in general, I guess. Aim for longer, not faster. Oh, well, okay. I don't know if that's physically possible. But aim to do things in the long term, or else you'll probably get burnt out. That's why LeBron invests $1 million into his body every year, and he is still going strong. My king. That's why he's going to be able to play professional basketball with the junior version of himself. Number 8, not every friend has to be perfect. In fact, no one is. So drop that impossible expectation or you're not going to have friends. Number 9, make decisions when you are level-headed. Be able to acknowledge when you're under any kind of influence, whether that be frustration, hunger, tiredness. If you're not in the right headspace, you're going to do some questionable things, guy. You know that phrase, screw the pooch? Do you know where that comes from? The idea behind it is that someone fucked up so bad that they fucked a dog. Do you think in the moment someone that would do that is level-headed? I rest my case. Number 10, prevention is easier than a cure or recovery. In many different situations in life, put more effort into not getting into a situation so that you don't have to put a bunch of effort into getting out of a situation. Like mosquito bites, right? Don't go on the camping trip. Then you don't have to deal with those bites. You don't have to draw that little plus through the bite. That doesn't work, by the way. That's whenever people do that, I'm like, you're getting off to this, aren't you? You sicko. You're telling me that little plus is going to make that mosquito bite go away? I don't know about that. I mean, maybe when they used to stone people, that worked, but I don't know about now. All I'm saying is modern medicine makes it to where you don't have to cut yourself every time you get a mosquito bite. Number 11, don't feel guilty for indulging a little bit. You can feel guilty all you want when you indulge, but hey, it's not going to make the effects of the indulgence go away any quicker. So just let yourself enjoy things. Yeah, that little candy you got from the shop, oh my god. Savor that shit. But then don't overdo it, right? Don't have an entire cake for dinner multiple times a week for consecutive months. Yeah, enjoy things. Don't feel guilty every time you enjoy things. That's why they're there, to enjoy. But like I said, maybe don't push it. Yeah. Number 12, it's cool to care about things. I'm not good at sharing the things I like with people, but it is something I'm working on. It's not like I'm ashamed of the things I like and care about. It's just very uncomfortable. It's like a very vulnerable thing to share that with someone, especially someone you like. And that's the only people you would share stuff with, right? See, that's like a double whammy to me. You got to be vulnerable because you're like, oh, I got to admit, I really care about this thing. And then you got to be vulnerable because you're like, oh, I really care about this person. I'm vulnerable city, baby. Population 1. Yeah, I don't like to do it, but I know it's not something to be ashamed of. It's cool to care about things. So puff your chest out and care about things, you know? Except eating cake that much. Don't do that. It's not cool to do that. Number 13, listen as much as you can. All right, hear me out. Think about it. Everything you're gonna say, you already know. So anytime you're talking, you're not learning anything new. Now, okay, I'm gonna already prove myself wrong. I get that if you talk stuff out, you can come to new conclusions and kind of have new thoughts in your brain. I get that. All I'm saying is if you close your mouth and you open your ears, you have a greater chance of learning new things. Also, of people liking you. Have you ever thought about that? No one dislikes you because you listen to them. They only dislike you for something you said. So how to make people like you? Don't say anything to them. Yeah, that's right. How to make friends and influence people. Don't talk to them. Have you tried that one? But no, try to listen more. I think it would behoove you. Nay, I know it would behoove you. Horse puns, is that where I'm at in life? Good, okay. Number 14, there are millions of people your age that are more successful than you, and there are millions of people your age that are less successful than you. So, whatever, man. Number 15, be weary of people that present themselves as absolutely correct. I'm 100% sure all those people suck. I'm absolutely right about that. I can say pretty definitely. Number 16, you're okay. The fact that you're alive is awesome. Just start with that and build up from there every day. Number 17, you're not alone in life. Chances are you have a lot of people in your corner. You just have to acknowledge and appreciate them a little more. Being aware of what you have rather than what you don't is healthier. If you only focus on what you don't have, you will never be satisfied. Number 18, hobbies are how you make friends. Because if you don't have shared interest, what are you guys talking about? How much work sucks? How much people suck? That's no way to live life. I mean, it is, but I don't think that's, I mean, technically it is. Right, you got me on a technicality. But I don't think it's healthy. Actually, no, I know for sure. 100%. It's not healthy. But I see a lot of people in relationships that do just this. The basis of their relationship is just shitting on other things together. Which, yeah, sure, vent. You got to do that. But then focus on the good too. The other person isn't just there to relate with you on how much life sucks. They're also there to relate with you on how much life rocks. Oh, I sound 25. Number 19. Doing 1% of something is better than doing 20% of nothing. Shout out Susie's song. Yeah, just because you didn't make a bunch of progress doesn't mean you didn't make any. So take that 30-minute break after sending that one email. If you're trying to hang out with your friends, you don't have to organize this big giant thing and do this big event and go to this place and do these things. You can just get dinner with them. The things that have a big impact don't always have to be big. Most of the times it's the small things. I know. So stupid. Number 20. When someone asks how's it going, just say good. Unless you have something really funny, just stick with good to start. Yeah, just a little appetizer of good. That'll do. Yeah, just a little tapas of good. Yeah, a little small plate. What can I get the table? Oh, just a round of good to start? That's good. Responding good is like, sitting down at a restaurant being like, I'll take a water to start. If you offer anything else, if you start getting into some trauma immediately, that's like immediately ordering a root beer float. What are you doing? Are you allowed to? Is that an acceptable option? Sure. Technically, but don't do it. Number 21, don't be so hard on yourself. This isn't even some child theory bullshit, where it's like, oh, would you be mean to this person? It's the younger version of yourself. No, I don't care about that. Why would you be mean to you today? Because you deserve to be nice to every version of yourself. Wouldn't you hate someone that was mean to you today? Oh, well then I guess it would make sense to hate yourself then. But think about how much you like and appreciate the people that are nice to you. You probably think you don't even deserve their kindness. Well, become that person for yourself. Be so nice to yourself that you think you're lucky to have someone like you in your corner. That if all goes wrong, you still got you. Which is true, because no matter what happens, you are always going to be with you no matter what. You are in a group project with yourself for the rest of your life, so try to make that project as easy as possible on yourself. Number 22, moisturize. I don't actually know the science behind it, but I think it's a thing you're supposed to do. I basically mean is it like Gatorade? You know about that, right? This is also something I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that Gatorade makes you thirstier. Meaning, you got to drink more Gatorade to quench your thirst, leaving you in an endless loop. And I wonder, is lotion the same way? Is big lotion onto us? Is big lotion getting the best of us? I don't know. The more you use, the more you'll have to use. Anyways, girls like guys that moisturize, and I will take all the points I can get. So, number 23. I've talked to a lot of my friends that are in their 20s. I know. Lucky them. And they don't know what they're doing either. So, you're good. Number 24. There are a lot of bad things in life, and there are a lot of good things in life. That's a very trite statement, but it helps to hear every once in a while. Because sometimes when there's an overwhelming amount of one, you can't even imagine how there could be any of the other until there is. It's like eating a box of assorted chocolates. And then you get to the one with the orange cream and you're like, oh, I knew it was too good to be true. And number 25, never take advice from a 25-year-old. I mean, what the hell do they know?